Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Jennifer Meckles. Hundreds of Venezuelans here in Denver are holding on to the hope that a judge's ruling could reinstate temporary protected status. This would keep them from deportation and allow them to work.
9 News reporter Angeline McCall joins us. And Angeline, many of them may not even meet a deadline that would give them status if it's reinstated.
Right. TPS was granted for not only Venezuelans, but also Haitians under the Biden administration. When President Trump took office, he in effect terminated that program, impacting hundreds of thousands of people. But now the program is once again in limbo with a possibility that it could be reinstated.
More than 2 years ago, thousands of Venezuelans arrived in Denver, and those who came before July 31st, 2023 could apply for temporary protected status, keeping them from deportation and giving them work permits. Under the Trump administration, TPS was revoked, and then just a few days ago, a change.
So that's why we scrambled to meet that deadline for those who wanted to try in hopes that the program is going to exist.
Andrea Ryle with nonprofit Hope Has No Borders learned a California judge made this ruling that revoking TPS was unlawful.
It's possible the Supreme Court might then come under that same ruling eventually, but there's a deadline on Tuesday to file your extension.
Andrea and her organization have helped in the past with asylum paperwork. This time, she and others rushed to help 350 Venezuelans get their extension paperwork in this weekend.
Yeah, a couple of hours per application times 350.
Even with all of the help, they know many others won't even know about this sudden change.
When our systems don't function, the burden is on us as citizens, and that's wrong. There's no reason that literally moms and dads and neighbors have to link arms to make the immigration system work in our city. That's not how it's supposed to function.
Those who will meet Tuesday's deadline hope the program will remain intact, allowing them to work and stay in the United States.
It still did the damage. There are still hundreds of thousands of people who were not able to file for their extension because they don't know, they don't trust our system.
The Department of Justice is expected to challenge this in court. Andrea says she hopes the decision sticks in higher courts, especially considering people paid more than $450 to even file paperwork for a program that ultimately was taken away from them. Angela McCall, 9 News.
Angeline, thank you. We have an update tonight from Chevron, which says it has now capped an abandoned gas well that started leaking in Weld County yesterday. The old well is near Weld County Road 378, just east of Two Rivers Parkway. Nobody got hurt, nobody got evacuated, but Chevron says it was releasing water and hydrocarbons, hydrocarbons being the basis of many fuels and can lead to serious health problems if consumed, ingested, breathed. We asked Chevron if they know how much hydrocarbon was released during all this. We're waiting to hear back.
A business in Highlands Ranch is damaged after a car crashed into it today. It happened at a strip mall near County Line Road and South University Boulevard. Deputies say the 53-year-old driver accidentally pressed the gas instead of the brake. No one was hurt. Deputies say while part of the building was deemed unusable, the business remains open.
The search for a missing paddleboarder in Horsetooth Reservoir has turned to a recovery mission tonight. Poudre Fire and Larimer County Sheriff's deputies began the search this afternoon after they got a report of someone falling off a paddleboard as a storm moved through. Deputies say that person was not wearing a life jacket. Now divers are searching for their body.
Broncos fans got a little relief from the sun today in the form of rain with a little sun at the same time. That heat is expected to stick around, though, for the start of the work week. 9 News meteorologist Corey Ruppenhagen is here with a quick look at our forecast. Corey?
Yeah, less than 5% of us got rain across the Front Range today, but one of those storms went right over Horsetooth and one of them went right over Chatfield Reservoir. So things to keep in mind if you're a paddleboarder, a very weak thunderstorm can create a 30-mile-per-hour wind gust that can cause a lot of trouble for you out there while it does not impact anybody else. So paddleboarders, man, need to be really aware of that. Temperatures were really nice today. This is the box score, the results from what we accomplished today as far as heat. 83 in Denver, a little bit warmer up on the northern Front Range, 76 in Eagle, 87 in Grand Junction. So the temperatures were very nice and very comfortable across the area. We're going to warm things up starting tomorrow. We're going to have 4 days of heat in the upper 80s. 87 is forecast for tomorrow as we get quite a bit of sunshine early, but the clouds will show up And isolated thunderstorms will develop again. We have about a 15% chance of getting measurable rain tomorrow. As you see, the temperatures are going to be much warmer than average, so 83 is our normal high temperature. I'll talk about that heat and what lies ahead after this weather pattern coming up in the full forecast. That's in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Corey, thank you. Small business owners say tariffs are really eating into their bottom lines, and they fear it's only going to get worse.
And this comes as the report is painting a grim picture of Colorado's economy if the tariffs continue to rise. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj joins us after speaking with business owners in Denver.
Yeah, good evening. The business owners that we spoke to tell me that this is just one more thing that they don't need to be thinking about. They'd like to be focused on growing their business, but at this point, they say that's easier said than done.
The tariffs have hit us hard.
Tariffs are tough.
It happens.
According to Carla Akpinar,
It happens.
the majority of what she sells is imported.
Not by choice, but that's what's available.
She's the owner of Silk Road,
Yeah.
a shop in East Washington Park.
We get invoices and we have the shipping charge on the bottom for whatever, $200. And then they have a surcharge underneath that for tariff, which is $400 or $500.
A cost she's trying not to pass on to her customers.
We'll just make less money to pay off our debt this Christmas.
She isn't the only one feeling the pain. A report from the Colorado Office of State Planning says the tariff rate has increased by 7-fold in our state.
Some of my stuff has doubled and tripled in cost.
Shelby Van Buskirk owns Pantless Potter,
Yes.
based in Missouri. She's in town for a summer street market.
I might be selling a $30 mug, which I might now be selling for $60 just to make up that difference.
That's not the only way tariffs are taking their toll. She's now having trouble getting the paints and glazes she typically uses for her creations.
There's one company in particular I can think of who's posted it on their website that says until the current administration is gone, they will not be selling to the United States.
For Shelby and Carla, what happens next is hard to say.
I was hoping to sell this business someday and make some money for retirement. So that doesn't happen when you're in debt already and going deeper into debt. So we're thinking of other things we can do.
Now, we spoke to several other businesses on that block, and they are in the same boat. Now, they tell us that at this point, as they look forward, the future obviously is filled with a lot of uncertainty. We are hearing from businesses who obviously faced a recession as well as the pandemic, but they tell us that when it comes to the biggest curveball that they have faced to date, that has been these tariffs. In Denver, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.